I know first I said I want a verse. Then he says, okay, when's the project coming out? When's you gonna get it? I said, I don't know when the project I just need a verse. Cause this project, the last project I did for him, let's just say it was June. But he called me one night like, yo, I'm just letting you know Monday I'm putting that song out. And I'm like, all right, cool, no problem, it's all good. I need a verse. Well, I'm exaggerating, but he's like the shock rain right now. And the moon got aligned with the stars. And when I write, I put my all into it. Okay, let's put your all into it then. You know what I'm saying?
Give me that
He
verse.
called me twice to do something, and I did get the record. Let's do an interview. Bet I got you. I got a project coming out in June. Let's do it around there. Cool, I'll do and mind you, the months I'm saying may not be accurate for the months. Cool, June is coming. Oh, we pushed the album back. I don't want to just do an interview. All right, cool. Now we're gonna do it in October. All right, I'll call you back in October. Yo, what's up? Oh man, Killer, you say I tell you October, you call October, huh, nigga? Yeah, nigga. Yeah, 48 hours, because 4 times you're gonna do it. 5th time you told me forget it. Just pay me for what I've done already. That's where that came.
Yeah, since you're gonna do that.
Yeah, so it wasn't like Cam is out trying to sue J. Cole. Like, I'm not on that type of time. That's the last thing I want to do. But you gotta be a man and keep your...
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So listen to this. J. Cole has finally responded through his legal team to Camron's lawsuit from last year, and things just escalated. When the news first broke in 2025 that Camron had quietly filed suit, he didn't say much publicly. But recently, he pulled up on the Talk with Flea show and he explained why he decided to go all the way with it. According to Cam, J. Cole allegedly promised him a verse multiple times, and when that didn't materialize, they supposedly shifted the agreement to an interview appearance instead, since Cam had already given him 2 verses before and thought everything was mutual and respectful. Now it's looking like wires got crossed somewhere, because J. Cole's side is saying that version of events simply isn't accurate, and that there was never any firm agreement like that in place. Camron claims he has text messages to back up his side. He says the receipts are there. But here's what the legal filing says. J. Cole formally responded to Camron's lawsuit over Ready 24, denying there was ever a deal to trade a recorded song appearance for a future collaboration. The lawsuit, filed in October 2025, accuses J. Cole of not honoring an alleged promise to give Cam a guest verse or interview after the Harlem rapper appeared on Cole's later track. Cam, who says he wasn't properly credited or compensated for his contribution to the Billboard Hot 100 record, is reportedly seeking at least $500,000 in estimated profits from the song. However, in a response filed Tuesday, February 10th, J. Cole's attorneys argue that Camron participated voluntarily and without any conditions or objections before the commercial release. Cole's lawyer, Christina LaPera, stated in court documents, per Billboard, that Cam encouraged and approved the use of his performance because it would benefit his own career. LaPera also accused Cam of publicly criticizing the Dreamville founder only after the track dropped, claiming he then began demanding terms and fees that were never agreed upon and allegedly exceeded normal industry standards. The filing suggests the lawsuit itself was used as leverage to pressure Cole publicly. As of now, neither Camron nor his legal team has responded to J. Cole's counterstatement. And let me tell you, this is one of those situations that could either get settled quietly or turn into a drawn-out legal chess match. The real question is how far Camron wants to take this, and how far J. Cole is willing to go to defend his name. Because make no mistake, lawyers don't just wake up and file responses on their own. J. Cole had to greenlight that move. And listen, legal filings, official statements, all of that costs real money. So clearly, both sides believe this is worth fighting over. So what that tells me is this. J. Cole basically signed off and said, go ahead, we're fighting this. We're not cutting a check. From his side, it's like, that was a blessing. There was no business conversation beforehand. I never promised a verse or an interview, and I don't know what he's talking about. But hold up. Once your lawyer puts that in writing, you now have to prove it because legal statements aren't cheap and you just paid to stand on that. And I'm going to be honest with you, somebody is lying here. Camron is saying he has text messages, real communication, receipts that back up everything he's claiming. Now, if Cam never asked for a verse beforehand and there was no studio conversation, no verbal commitment, then technically there's no agreement. But if you told that man you were gonna do it, then forget the courtroom. You're supposed to stand on your word first. This is exactly why in this industry people say, nah, we're putting everything in writing. Contracts only, signatures on the dotted line. Because nobody wants to be online debating who said what when it comes to money, credits, and compensation for a verse. If I contribute to your song, I want proper credit, proper splits, and clarity, period. I don't know how far this is going to go or if it'll get settled quietly. Camron was on Ready 24, and he also appeared on that other 95 record on the previous project. So let's not act like this was a one-off situation. That's 2 placements on your work. So whether it's I'm blessing your career or you're blessing mine, the collaboration went both ways. Cam says the first time he knocked out the verse quickly, called his engineer, sent it back within 24 to 48 hours, and met the deadline. The second time, he even pulled up in New York and allegedly said, "We've got to do something for me too," and it was supposedly agreed upon. Now, if someone keeps hitting you about returning the favor, the real move is to be upfront and say, "Bro, I'm not doing the verse," instead of letting it linger. They're claiming Cam only had an issue once the song was about to drop, but if there was no payment involved and no tight relationship like that, clarity should have happened early. Even if you frame it as I'm blessing your game, once you say you're going to reciprocate, you've got to honor that or shut it down clearly. But we'll see how this plays out, because J. Cole is currently outside on his promo run, pushing the fall off, rapping out there and keeping momentum strong. But we'll see how this unfolds. Camron is probably going to address J. Cole's legal response next week on The Talk with Flea, because you know he's not about to stay quiet. And like I said before, if I'm already solid, already successful, already ran my bag up, I'd definitely feel a way if J. Cole gave me the runaround, especially if the collaboration could have boosted me the same way he felt my presence boosted him, because at that point, it's about respect, not just business. If it got to the point where I felt like, nah, bro is finessing, he'll say whatever in the moment, I'd probably check you directly and leave it there. Personally, I wouldn't take it all the way to a lawsuit, but that's me. Camron clearly feels like this is the route he needs to take, so now it's a matter of how far he's willing to push it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel.